Ladies and gentlemen, Ahmaud Arbery, his shooting is back in the news today. And a judge in this case made a statement, and I happen to agree with every ounce of what this judge said. So, the McMichaels, they are trying to make bail and get out of jail, and I don't believe either one of them deserve to get out. You went out on the street, you were not legal authority. Okay, you're not a cop, you're not an investigator, you're nothing but an average citizen, and you went out on the street and hunted somebody down like a damn animal. And you think you should be free and your life shouldn't be disrupted? Well, who the hell are you? Man, please. So this came out on CBS News December 5th, 2020. Ahmaud Arbery shooting suspects pose significant danger to the community, judge says. Yes, they do. I agree with that wholeheartedly. Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is a judge down in Georgia. And let's see here.
When I go out and run, it's a very strong connection when I run now to Ahmaud Arbery. Ahmaud and I were best friends. The way Ahmaud died, it hurts my soul. He was jogging through a neighborhood, minding his own business. Three white men decided to get in their trucks and pursue Ahmaud.
They became judge, jury, and executioner.
He didn't deserve anything that came to him on February 23rd, 2020.
It's very painful. Ahmaud was my baby, and Ahmaud's gone.
He was hunted down like an animal.
He was killed because of hate. This was a lynching.
Modern day lynching, and it looked like something that happened in the 1920s. It's 2020.
I miss the little kisses on the cheek. Ahmaud was the kid that would just come in the house and just give me a hug.
He was more than just a boyfriend. He was a friend.
Very shy and quiet. But once you got Ahmaud to kind of open up, oh man, it's just all kind of love and goodness in there.
His unofficial crime was jogging while black.
No one has been arrested or charged in the death.
Yeah, so they're just going through the case, but that was his mother, his best friend, and his girlfriend, voices that you heard. Okay, so a judge has outlined the reasons for denying bond last month for the father and son charged in the February killing of Ahmaud Arbery, saying the video in the case showed the length the defendants would take to track down and restrain another person. Travis McMichael, 34, and his 65-year-old father, Gregory McMichael, were, charged with counts of including malice murder and felony murder in the February 23rd shooting of a black man that jogged near a coastal town of Brunswick. The killing captured was disturbing. Yes, it was. And it drew national outcry. Yeah, because these men should have been arrested immediately back in February, but because of the DA there, that Jackie Johnson, who was nothing but a snake, they were allowed to be free as long as they were. The McMichaels told police they chased Ahmaud because they thought he was a burglar suspect and acted in self-defense during a confrontation. No, if you're driving somebody down in a truck, that was not self-defense. No, that was not. But see, these folks, just understand, have gotten away with this stuff for a long time. No, you chased someone down and you used a truck, and then you got out of the truck and you shot them. That is not self-defense. Okay? No, that's not self-defense. Okay, so 2.5 months passed before the McMichaels were charged. Shortly after that, the state began investigating and the video became public. The man who filmed the video, William Roddy Bryan, was also charged in the case and tried to act all innocent in the beginning, like he didn't do anything. And he's definitely not getting out of jail because he got some sexual assault charges on him. Prosecutors played the video in court during a 2-day bond hearing, November 12th and 13th. And Chatham County Superior Court Judge Timothy Walmsley said it demonstrated that the father and son are a danger to the community. But Walmsley offered a more detailed explanation for denying the defendant's bond in a Wednesday court ruling obtained by First Coast News. Attorneys for the McMichaels argued during the hearing last month the father and son believe Aubrey was a burglary suspect who had been stealing items from the neighborhood in the months prior to the shooting. This is just garbage they made up. Now, if he really was, where's the evidence that he was going around and doing all this? Y'all, like again, they got used to making accusations with no proof. Now, if he was really going around stealing all throughout that neighborhood, it should be a lot more people than the McMichaels coming forward and speaking about that. How come we don't see that? You know why? Because it didn't happen. This is just some garbage they just sat around and made up. Okay. So this has left the community on edge, but Walmsley appeared to dismiss that argument, saying neither defendant witnessed Aubrey committing a crime or reliably identifying Aubrey. Rather, they assumed he had committed a crime, armed themselves, and pursued him, Walmsley wrote. Travis McMichael shot Aubrey 3 times and Aubrey died in the middle of the street. Walmsley wrote, based on the video admitted into evidence, there was little to no attempt by the defendants who had a conversation with Aubrey, nor was there an attempt to call the police so the police could question Aubrey. Buckshots from the shotgun blast also lodged into the neighboring home, Walmsley wrote. Yeah, so you not only killed Ahmaud Aubrey, you also put people in that neighborhood at risk of getting killed. So I didn't know about that. I didn't know one of their bullets went into somebody's home. Unquestionably, there is significant risk of danger to persons, community, and property in all of these actions taken by the defendant, Walmsley wrote. Walmsley wrote he feared that the defendants could pose a flight risk if released before trial because they face a sentence of life without parole. Walmsley said potential evidence of racism and racist social media posts from the McMichael accounts presented by prosecutors. In addition, the announcement of a federal hate crimes investigation all supported his concerns the defendants pose a significant risk of flight. The Department of Justice announced in May that it is assessing all of the evidence to determine whether federal hate crime charges are appropriate. And yes, they are. While Georgia's legislature passed a hate crime bill into law in June, following a push by activists who cited Aubrey's case, the state statute is not retroactive. Walmsley also wrote his discount of the testimony of Travis McMichael, Zachary Langford's friend, called by the defense as one of a parade of character witnesses. Langford described the younger McMichael as trustworthy, who treated everyone with respect, no matter their race, whatever. When a prosecutor showed a text message Travis McMichael sent Langford using a slur for Black people instead of simply admitting the context of the matter, once confronted, Langford suggested the offensive language was instead referencing a raccoon, Walmsley wrote. Yeah, insulting everybody's intelligence. Clear from this exchange that is Langford was willing to say anything to help Travis McMichael, Welmsley wrote. Welmsley found the McMichaels pose a significant risk of influencing witnesses and obstructing justice, citing Gregory McMichael's self identification as a former law enforcement officer to responding police officers and his communication with Brian. Welmsley also cited McMichael's phone call from the crime scene to his former employee, Glenn County District Attorney Jackie Johnson, who lost her election. So she is no longer the district attorney, and I think that's a good thing. Who later recused herself amid accusations of mishandling the case. Walmsley said McMichael was arguably seeking Johnson's influence, which McMichael's attorneys have denied. In addition, Walmsley wrote Gregory McMichael may have tried to impede the investigation while in custody by asking his wife to delete social media posts and by mailing a coded letter to Langford. And in a phone call after the shooting, Walmsley wrote, Gregory McMichael is heard telling an unknown person, no good deed goes unpunished in reference to Aubrey's death. During the bond hearing last month, defense attorney Laura Hogue argued the case was not about race, but about self-defense, saying Aubrey attacked Travis McMichael. Now, how did he do that if they were in a truck and he was running on his 2 feet? There's nothing on that video that showed he picked something up and hurled it at the truck. That's not on there. So if she's saying it's not about race, so far you haven't proved that. And how did he attack them first? They came chasing after him in the truck. So no, that's not self-defense. Y'all are very quick to scream self-defense when it don't even apply. Hogue said Gregory McMichael was authorized to protect his neighborhood against crime the way he did. No, he wasn't. He is not a peace officer at all. He wasn't authorized to do that, no more than any of us that are regular citizens out here. We're not authorized to go out there with a gun and chase somebody down in our vehicles and shoot them. Nobody got that kind of authorization that's a citizen in America. Get out of here with that crap. Aubrey's mother, Wanda Cooper Jones, believes her son was killed because of race. She said the court hearing was the first time she had seen the video of her son's death. Cooper Jones gave an emotional statement before the court during last month's hearing, asking the judge not to allow the defendants to go home before trial. Ahmaud wasn't allowed to go home, Cooper Jones said. Ahmaud wasn't even allowed the chance to live. He was denied all of that. And she's absolutely right. No, these two do not deserve to ever be on the streets again for their natural lives, as far as I'm concerned. They are where they deserve to be, behind bars. But y'all, please tell me what you think about this judge releasing their statement during the McMichaels bond hearing. I agree with them, and hopefully the mother will get the justice that she's seeking for her son. But y'all, please tell me what you think. Please leave your comment and subscribe. Don't forget to hit on the notification bell, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace, family.